Republican nominees are gearing up for tomorrow's New Hampshire primary.
But before that, former President Donald Trump is expected to appear in court today for the continuation of Carroll's defamation trial against him. Robert Moses is live outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with the very latest. Good morning, Robert.
Tashani and Dan, good morning to you. You know, it would be inaccurate to say that former President Donald Trump is leaving the campaign trail to appear here at the courthouse because in many ways for him, this and other courthouses have become part of the campaign trail. Former President Donald Trump says he will attend his defamation trial in Lower Manhattan before returning to New Hampshire for a campaign event tonight on the eve of tomorrow's primary there. The former president could testify in his own defense as soon as today. The trial pertains to comments he made in 2019 accusing the former Elle magazine columnist Carroll of lying after she accused him of raping her in a department store dressing room.
It's a made-up, fabricated story.
If the former president does testify, the judge in the case has limited what he can say. For instance, he cannot dispute Carroll's version of events since another jury last year determined that he sexually abused her. At a rally last night, former President Trump spoke about this trial.
I don't have to be there, but I want to be there because otherwise I can't get a fair shake. I'm going to be in court.
Courthouses have become part of the campaign trail for him. He was expected to romp to an easy victory in the New Hampshire primary tomorrow, even before Florida Governor Ron DeSantis bowed out.
I am today suspending my campaign.
DeSantis promptly endorsed the former president.
Trump is superior to the current incumbent, Joe Biden. That is clear. I signed a pledge to support the Republican nominee, and I will honor that pledge. He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear.
DeSantis frequently tangled with former South Carolina governor and former UN ambassador Nikki Haley, who praised him for the race that he ran. She is now the only person standing between former President Trump and a coronation as the Republican nominee.
So there were 14 people in this race. They were a lot of fellas. All the fellas are out, except for this one.
The one, former President Trump, who loves to needle DeSantis, says there's no more need for his favorite nickname for the Florida governor.
Will I be using the name Ron DeSanctimonious? I said that name is officially retired.
According to a new CNN poll, former President Trump has an 11 percentage point lead over Nikki Haley in New Hampshire. And remember, Haley has been buoyed by the fact that independents are allowed to participate in the New Hampshire primary. We're live at 500 Pearl in Lower Manhattan this morning. Tashani, back to you.
Robert, thank you.